LORI GRENIER has invented over 350 products and counts 110 U.S. and international patents to her name. She's a serial entrepreneur and has kept expanding her brand despite the difficult economy. She's also a panelist on the ABC network show Shark Tank, where young entrepreneurs compete to get funding from the panel of experienced investors. And LORI is here with me now. Good to have you with us.
Great to be here. I love that. Serial inventor.
Serial inventor. So just for people to understand, just give them a background of how you became this serial inventor.
I created one product, worked really hard, got on the Home Shopping Network, got into JCPenney, and with the success of that, I just kept creating more and more products.
So tell me about the product. It's not really a product, but tell me about the people that are going to be appearing on their show, and what is the criteria for a successful product?
Well, the people that come on Shark Tank are usually inventors, entrepreneurs, wannabe inventor entrepreneurs. They come up with ideas, they come before the sharks, and they pitch to us their idea, and we determine whether or not we feel they're investable. And you asked me, what was the second question?
Well, I just want to follow up with this because, all right, so the panelists decide whether it's investable or not, whether it's going to be a boom or a bust.
Right.
But don't you have to check that out in the marketplace first, really?
Yes, I always advise, do your market research. Don't just ask friends and family, because of course they're going to say it's great. Pound the pavement. Take your product out and say to people you don't know, what do you think of this? Would you buy it? Do you need it? What would you pay for it? And I did create an app for that because I was inundated with thousands of requests from people saying, help me. And I created the Hero or Zero app. It's a free app. They can go to it. They can do my product truth test and see whether or not I think it would be a hero or a zero.
So what are some of the characteristics of the Hero or Zero app? How would you successfully score on that?
Well, I'll give you some ideas. First of all, is your product already out there on the market? If it already is, well, you've got some points against you because you now have competition. Is your product something that can be sold to a big majority of people, or is it just to a niche market? The smaller the market, the harder it is to sell. Things like that.
Well, that makes sense, right? How about having a lot of money behind you when you start your business? Because I hear that that is one of the reasons why businesses fail, is they're not very well capitalized.
Yes, you always need to have money behind you, but something else that people do that's really, I think, a fatal mistake is they take money, they borrow it, or they get it from a bank or a friend, and they start to build inventory before they have sales. That's the kiss of death, because you don't know if you're ever going to sell it, and many people are stuck with a warehouse full of goods and nowhere for it to go.
What about having that background, that ability to sell if you're going into a business that requires selling? If you don't have the background, does that count against you?
Well, if you are a shy, quiet, reserved person, you better find somebody who's not. You need somebody who is aggressive, assertive, charismatic to help you sell whatever is your idea.
All right. Well, if you're not available, then what do you do? Where do you go looking for this? And I'm wondering, you know, when you give advice on the Shark Tank, what do you tell them?
Well, I tell them, you know, first of all, if somebody comes on and they have a great personality, it's already appealing to me because I know that they're going to help me to help them. So if you don't have that already, I think everybody knows somebody who's that way, and I think you could entice them to come help you.
All right, and entice people to watch Shark Tank tonight. What are you going to do? Tell us.
Yes, well, okay, I promised I'd tell you. In the tank tonight, I do something I have never done before, which is I was out, but I did something else.
Well, I guess that's a mystery. We're going to have to watch in order to learn more. Thank you very much, LORI GRENIER.
Thank you.
Pleasure being here. From the Shark Tank. All right.